Hello, everybody, and welcome back. BJ here with another pumpkin beer review. Today I've got one. It's a 7% pumpkin ale. It comes from Whole Hog Brewery from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and it's just called pumpkin ale. This one is brewed with pumpkin and spices. No big surprise there. All right, let's get into it. All right. About the color that the majority of the pumpkin beers I've had lately have been maybe slightly darker, a little bit of reddishness, a little bit of red in there too. On the nose, very cinnamon forward. There's a weird kind of sweetness going on there that I can't really identify. I mean, it's got to be one of the spices, but it's really more noticeable in the aroma, whatever it is, than it has been in other beers, if it has been in other beers. Um, yeah, not really picking on much else. Just the cinnamon and that sweetness. Let's give it a try. Um, I'm gonna need another taste of that. So it's not quite a spice bomb, but the spice is the dominant flavor. You get a lot of cinnamon up front. I still can't identify that weird sweetness even in the flavor. Uh, you get a little bit of the natural pumpkin flavor. This one really isn't that spice heavy, unless all the spices are very toned down. Like I'm picking up a little nutmeg, but it's not that dominant. Has like kind of like an apple pie kind of feel to it, as well as it's got the pumpkin thing going on, but then the cinnamon and I don't know whatever other spices they have going on. It almost has like the implication of apple pie. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah, not very on the not very heavy on the palate at all. Very easy drink. And, there's a weird kind of bitterness in the back end that I can't really tell where it's coming from. But if it wasn't for that, it would be very easy drinking. At 7%, I don't think it's like a booziness. I think it's more like something from the spices or from the hops. Like I said, can't identify it. Yeah, this is definitely one that it's not very very sweet. It's got a sweetness to it, but it's not overpoweringly, cloyingly sweet. It's not very spice forward, but the spices that are there are excellent. You get a lot of that cinnamon note. But despite all that, this is definitely one that I could have more than one of in a sitting. Uh, I feel like everything comes together nicely. And if you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. And while you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you've had this one before, why don't you leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought of it? if you'd like to try this, if it looks good, why don't you leave a little something in the comments? If you'd like to find this one, I can help you. We do have, as of 2 days ago, we do have at least a case left at Joe Canals Marlton. So, if this one sounds good, you want to come pick it up, give it a try, come on in, Joe Canals Marlton. We got you. Right. In previous years, this has been one of my favorites, and I don't know what the difference is now, whether my taste has changed or whether the beer has changed a little bit. But this is not it's not hitting like it has been in the past. Like I said, everything comes together nicely, but I remember this one was one of my absolute favorites, and this year it's not even really one of the better ones that I've had. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It could just be me, and maybe I burn out my taste buds or whatever. Having said that, this year's version of Whole Hog's Pumpkin Ale, still give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, I mean it's still really good stuff. I just feel like I enjoyed it more other years for whatever reason. Uh, and I would say if you haven't had anything from Whole Hog, go ahead and check out some of what they do. But I literally have only had this from Whole Hog. We don't get a lot of what they do out in Jersey. I mean, being in Wisconsin and everything. So yeah, if anyone is familiar with Whole Hog and you've had some other stuff, why don't you drop a little something in the comments and tell me what I'm missing. Oh, sorry about that. Excuse me. Anyway, um, yeah, I guess that's all I got for this time. Until next time, cheers.